Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe and do not forget to like and share and press the bell icon near the subscribe button so that you get the notifications of my latest videos. Our topic for today is life processes. This belongs to the biology part. I'm going to teach you about excretion and especially about kidney and nephron in this video. So the question comes, what is excretion? Excretion is a part of our life, right? But what is excretion? How would you define excretion? Excretion is a biological process. It involves the removal of harmful metabolic wastes from the body. Now, what do you think happens when wastes get accumulated in the body? Of course, the body gets damaged. If you have any machine and suppose in the machine so much of waste get accumulated, it gets damaged, right? Same thing happens to our body. We need to get rid of the wastes from the body. So that process is excretion. It is a biological process in which harmful metabolic wastes are removed. So the biological process involved in the removal of harmful metabolic waste from the body is excretion. Different organisms use different strategies or varied strategies to perform excretion because their body organization is different from that of human beings. Human beings have different strategies. Say for example, you have plants have different strategies. You take unicellular organisms such as amoeba, they have different strategies for performing excretion. So every organism has its own way of removing the waste from the body. Now let me take the example of a plant. A plant generally it gives out gaseous wastes, or there are various other metabolic processes which produce nitrogenous waste and they get rid of that, especially through the stomatal pores. They get rid of the gaseous wastes. Now let me tell you about a unicellular organism about which we all are quite familiar, that is amoeba. This unicellular organism undergoes excretion by simple diffusion. It just diffuses the excreta in its surrounding. Since its body organization is not so much complex, it can easily undergo excretion process by simple diffusion. It just diffuses the excreta in its surroundings. This is how amoeba undergoes excretion. But what about human beings? Can human beings undergo simple diffusion? The answer is no, because human beings have complex body structure and simple diffusion is not enough for such a body structure which is so complex. So for human beings, simple diffusion is not enough. We have specialized body organization to perform excretion. So we'll be studying about excretion in human beings now. Before that, I will tell you something about the excretory system of human beings. This is the excretory system of human beings. From the diagram itself, you can understand this is the diagram of kidneys. You see here, these two are the kidneys. Kidneys are located on the abdomen. On the either side of the abdomen, two kidneys are present. These are the kidneys. See, I have marked kidneys. And this tubular part, these two are the ureters. These two are the kidneys and this kind of tube here, these two are the ureters. This is the urinary bladder, a muscular organ. This is the urinary bladder where urine is stored. And this part is the urethra. Okay. Now kidneys, I've told you about the location of kidneys. They are located on the abdomen, one on either side of the backbone. One, suppose there's a backbone, here one kidney, and over here one kidney on the either side of the backbone. And in the kidneys, urine is produced. Urine is produced in the kidneys. Now how is urine produced? That I will teach you now. I'll show you in the NCERT text. Now this is the structure of nephron. This is nephron. It is a cluster of very thin walled capillaries. Very thin walled capillaries. It is a cluster. A cluster, that means so much, you see there's so much over here, so many capillaries. Not so many capillaries. It is just a cluster of capillaries, you see. Thin walled blood capillaries. This is nephron. The basic filtration unit in the kidney is nephron. Just as you have in lungs. In lungs, the basic filtration unit is alveoli. In kidney, basic filtration unit is nephron. Now in the blood you have so many waste products which need to be removed, such as nitrogenous wastes like urea, then uric acid. These are a few nitrogenous wastes which are very much harmful for the body, and these need to be removed from the blood. Now in the nephron, they get removed. Now each capillary cluster, there are so many capillary clusters of this kind in the kidney. It's not just one nephron. There are so many nephrons in the kidney. This is a diagram of only one nephron. There are so many such nephrons in the kidney. Each capillary cluster or each nephron is associated with this Bowman's capsule. This cup-shaped end is the Bowman's capsule. And so many nephrons are packed close together, and few substances like initial filtrate or initial substances which are very much important for the body, like minerals, then some essential salts, they are reabsorbed. Some amount of water is reabsorbed during the filtration process. And then I showed you about the urinary bladder. The urine goes and gets stored in the urinary bladder. This is the diagram of the urinary bladder. Through the this is the kidney. Suppose I will draw it again here. This is the kidney, and these two are the ureters. Then this is the urinary bladder, and say for example, just imagine this is the urethra. From the kidneys, inside the kidneys you have your nephrons, that is the basic filtration unit. They filter out the waste, and then the urine passes through these two ureters. Through this pair of ureters it passes. Then the urine is stored over here. What is this? This is the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is the muscular organ. It is under nervous control. Since it is a muscular organ, it is under nervous control. This is why we can control our urge to urinate. And over here, after it expands so much, and after that you cannot control, then it passes through the urethra. This is how the process goes on. This is how the excretion process goes on. This is how the wastes from our body are removed. That's it about nephrons. In our upcoming videos, we'll be learning so much about life processes. Thank you.